Lions TV. This is the Den Daily, bringing you all the latest gossip, views and transfer news from in and around the Den. There has been no transfer news as of yet in SE16, and people are getting itchy feet now with the players travelling for the pre-season tour of Spain early next week. However, there has been lots and lots of gossip, mainly aimed towards and directed around our two star players. Is it fair to say that? Definitely our two most popular and most talked about players, probably along with Casper De Norre, I'd say, that they could be leaving the club. And I think personally, this is why we've heard nothing so far. I feel there is something brewing big with the club, as we've seen potential investment from the Saudis. And I've said this before, since the last transfer window, which was historically not like us, we seem to have gone to a new level, a different bracket. And I think that this is what's happening. I think it's brewing, and I think something big is coming. What is that? I hear you ask, and I know nothing, by the way. This is just going off my gut feeling. I think that the club are saying to Jaff and saying to Ivanovic, look, stick around one more season. We'll give you both new deals, and then if we don't go up at the end of this season, then we can let you go, and we can rebuild with the money that we get in through the sale of you two. Yes, it will be difficult. However, if I'm brutally honest, I do feel unless we go up this season, even not if we go up this season, the writing is on the wall with those two, and they are going to leave the club at some point. Let's wind it back. Let's start with Jaff Tanganga. Jaff has a release clause. We found that out at the back end of last season, start of the summer, that he has a release clause of £1.2 million. However, that release clause is only available to English Premier League clubs. So another champ club can go above that. They would have to go above that. I don't think that would happen. Prem clubs have been interested. Sunderland and Leeds have matched that, but apparently, according to reports, Jaff favoured more going to a club abroad. Now, a club abroad isn't in the English Premier League, obviously, so they would have to go above the 1.2 million asking price. I don't know. I know people that spoke to him at the end of the season do, and I know that he's more than happy at the club, but unfortunately, as we say many, many times, football is a business and money talks. So he could go, but he hasn't gone. And I think if he was going to go, I think he would have gone by now. So with him still at the club and in pre-season and looking like he's going to go on the tour of Spain, I now go to Mihailo Ivanovic, the big garlic hand. Let's wind this one back. At the start of the season, there was rumours that Everton were interested. Then it moved on to Wolves. Then it moved on to Lazio. And then his dad come out and said, as you can see on the screen there, that he's been asked the question many, many times, and he'll tell everyone what he's been saying for the last few months, that Mihailo will play, and he's put at the bottom there an English flag and a Serbian flag. He will play in England this season. Does that mean with Millwall? I think it does. What this is going to do is, and what's drawing me to do this video today, is that now he said that he's going nowhere. Okay, money talks. Parma have come in, offered 10 million. Apparently, the club wanted 16, and Parma are prepared to match that according to reports. But this morning, the main man himself, the Don, 38 million Instagram followers. I can only dream of those numbers. Fabrizio Romano, it would help if the prick could spell our name right, has said that Ivanovic has signed with a new agent, and that doesn't surprise me. I also jumped to conclusions. I shit myself. Joe Morris said the same to me in the Lions TV WhatsApp group. He said, Mihailo Ivanovic has signed, and I shit my pants, as did Joe. Thought he'd left the club. He's just signed with a new agent. Now, I don't know whether this Mio Dragon, I've covered this guy before on videos. I don't know whether it's his uncle, his dad, or his uncle's mate. I don't know who he is, but he's very, very active. He's very, very, he's very out there, isn't he? And he holds nothing back. He don't pull his punches. He just tells us stuff at times he probably shouldn't be telling. And I've said before in previous videos, I wouldn't surprise me if the club pulled him in and said, "What? Tell your old man to wind his neck in," because he's a bit much. He's very amateurish. No offence, because I actually enjoy looking at his Twitter feed and the sort of stuff he says. Like when we played Coventry, he said the elephant going to kill Coventry, something along those lines. Don't quote me on that, but he definitely put something in that area. I think the time has come now, with all these clubs sniffing round Ivanovic, that he's probably going to go at some point. I really hope it's not this summer. And I think with Josh Coburn coming in and the club breaking their transfer record and showing a statement of intent, you know, that works with them two up front. By my reckoning, it shouldn't have worked, but it did work. And I'm thinking now that the club are going to get Jaff, they're going to get Ivanovic, they're going to say, look, stick with us, give us a season, and if we don't go up, we'll give you new contracts with release clauses, bigger ones, and you can go. And then we'll have to rebuild at the end of the next season. It is what it is, but we're going to have a go this season, in my opinion. I really do think we are, and I think that obviously Tanganga and Ivanovic are going to be pivotal in that and at the core of that side. So we need to keep hold of him, and I think we will. And I think, personally, again, I don't know nothing. It's just my gut feeling. I think that is where this has come from this morning, from Fabrizio Romano, that he's got a new agency. It was elsewhere, but once the Don posts it, then it's gospel. So it's definitely happening. He's got a new agency. I think that's just to protect him, his career, and his wedge, basically, his money going forward. He needs a better agent. No offence to the aforementioned father, uncle, family friend, whoever this guy is, Mio Draghi. He's great value on Twitter, by the way. Follow him and have a look. So I think that's what's going to happen, and I think the club are holding back on announcing new signings or potentially getting new signings through the door because they need to know what we got to work with. And if we're waiting on Jaff and the big Serb to make their mind up whether they stand or not, we can't really plan until that decision's been made. So if that was to happen, I said to my mate yesterday on the phone, that's what I think is going to happen. And that will send a buzz around the club and the fan base, and people will be going, it's like 2 new signings. But all jokes aside, can you imagine the boost that will give the fan base going into the new season, and the rest of the squad and the club? These 2 players are here to stay, much sought after, but they're going to be lines for this season at least. And it is really exciting times in SE16, in my opinion. I will give you more as it develops. I'm sure both will develop because, as I said, they're highly sought after players, and they're the most popular players without doubt in SE16. Before I wrap the show, you might be able to see I'm wearing a Terry's Gonna Get Ya t-shirt. I found this online. I'm going to put the link in. If you want to buy one, you can get 10% off with the discount that I'll post in the link in this video. This guy's been selling these for years, and they're really good. He didn't have this one. I was going to buy a Tony Cascarino one, and then I saw that and thought, he's only got a Cascarino one. So now there's a Neil Harris one, a Sheringham one. And as you can see on the screen there is different variations of each shirt. It's called Football Stadium Prints. And if you want to have a look and buy one, potentially you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. But that's your lot for the Den Daily. It's good to be back. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.